Animals not only have the ability to remember good things, but also to repay them with kindness and positive actions. Despite their natural wariness towards humans and the unfortunate mistreatment they sometimes face, animals never cease to amaze us with their surprising qualities. This video features incredible stories of Siberian tigers on the loose, the successful rescue of a massive bird of prey, a heartwarming tale about a chimpanzee, and more. You will witness heartwarming moments with animals who have been liberated or rescued. Let's get started. Andean Condor. The Andean Condor is a majestic bird that rules the mountains. It's so powerful that it can even chase cougars, making them look like helpless kittens. Its shadow is also awe-inspiring. However, 10 years ago, the bird faced a tragic fate. It was poisoned. The local farmers often poisoned rodents and small predators that endangered their livestock. Although the Andean condor never preyed on the farmer's cattle, it accidentally consumed one of the poisoned animals. As a result, the condor became a victim of a lethal trap. Thankfully, people quickly noticed the bird's condition and took it to the hospital for treatment. The bird was nursed back to health and regained its strength while being taken care of by the farmers who caused the poisoning. After spending 60 months in a zoo, the condor gradually developed its wings and was finally ready to return to its natural habitat. The day finally arrived when the bird could be set free. The condor stood on the mountaintop, gazing at the horizon, as if relishing the feeling of freedom once again. It flapped its wings, testing if they were strong enough to fly, and then, bidding farewell to the people who nursed it back to health, it took off into the sky. The sight of the bird's flight was so beautiful that it caused a storm of applause among the people who watched it. The joy of the condor was immeasurable as it finally returned to its native environment. Penguin Rescue. In 2011, a man named João Pereira de Souza found a real penguin near Rio de Janeiro. It was lying on the beach, barely breathing. The poor animal was caught in an oil slick, and its wings were oiled, making it impossible for him to move normally in the water. Chow was not confused and quickly took the bird back to his house. There, he carefully washed him and fed him with fish. The grooming process continued for a week. Joe knew that it was important for the bird to gain strength, and when he did, he would swim back to his congeners. And so, when a whole week had passed, Joe tried to let the penguin go free, but he made it clear that it was absolutely not part of his plans. The cute creature stayed. At one point, the man even thought that the penguin was going to stay with him forever. But then, ironically, one day, the bird disappeared. Zhao didn't expect to see his new friend again, but a few months later, Dim Dim, as Zhao had called the penguin, appeared on the same shore. At the moment, the man was fishing. The bird accompanied his old friend home and stayed there again. The cycle of communication has been going on for more than 10 years, with Dim Dim staying with Zhao for about 8 months from June to February and then leaving, presumably to Patagonia. I don't know about you, but I think the story is just extremely sweet and pleasant. The penguin swims thousands of miles each year, all to meet his friend who saved his life and didn't pass by. Tigers. We all know that tigers are strong, intelligent, and agile creatures that belong in the wild, not in zoos. However, if an animal is confined for an extended period, popular belief suggests that it loses its wild features and becomes an easier prey for other animals in the forest. Please leave a comment if you agree with this statement. Also, I suggest that you check out the story of how humans released 4 tigers into the wild at once. These tigers lost their mother at an early age and were raised by humans for a long time. In my opinion, it is a touching sight to see the expression on the tigers' faces that they have been waiting for this moment their whole lives. You can see boundless joy in their eyes. At the same time, it is as if they cannot believe what is happening and are wondering if there is a catch. But as you can see, there is no trick or catch on the part of the humans. They released 4 rare Siberian tigers into the wild and did not regret it one bit. The Chimpanzee Story. This primate was found by Dr. Jane. The animal was clearly sick that day, but people didn't yet know exactly what was wrong. The creature looked totally unwell, emaciated, and exhausted. Jane took the chimpanzee into her care. It took her years so that the sickly primate could finally breathe in the fresh and native air of the wild jungle. By the way, the chimpanzee was named Wanda, which means close to death in local Congo slang. The conservationist and part-time doctor raised enough money to get the primate back to her native wild. The way the creature behaved in that moment gives goosebumps. Once the animal was out of her cage, she began to look around, literally not believing her eyes and her happiness. A few seconds passed, and the chimpanzee first decided to thank her savior for such a gift. Wanda turned around and hugged Jane. According to the woman, there was no limit to her happiness at that moment. Either she was happy to free Wanda and is going to do the same with other primates in distress. While people were wasting time on tears of joy, the chimpanzee wasted no time and went to explore the area. I could feel the peace and quiet in the primate's soul, mixed at the same time with the partial euphoria of what had happened. Fox on the property. It's not uncommon for European country estates to have a fox visit, but one day a little fox with a jar stuck on its head appeared. It seemed the fox was trying to reach something tasty at the bottom of the jar. Fortunately, the person filming the video noticed the animal and rushed to help. When the fox let out a scream, it was clear that it needed help. The man quickly removed the jar from the fox's small and beautiful face. The fox looked at him with its clear blue eyes and couldn't believe what had happened. It was amazed that a man had saved it, instead of another animal or itself. Since the fox was still young, it couldn't repay the man for his brave and proper act. It walked up to the man and allowed itself to be petted. In gratitude, the fox licked his leg a little. The video ended when the man went to get some food for the animal. If you were moved by this video, please hit the like button. Kangaroo Rescue. We've all seen a lot of videos about kangaroos, how they have muscles of steel, what a strong kick they have, and stuff. That's why, by the way, getting close to these creatures is very dangerous. Who knows what'll be in the mind of the animal? However, the people in this video did not manage to stand still and do nothing. Walking through the park along the quay, the witnesses heard the cries of some animal clearly asking for help. This animal, as you can already understand, turned out to be a kangaroo. It was stuck in the water and just physically couldn't jump back to shore. At this point, two cyclists who were riding by decided to help. The strong animal slowly, unhurriedly, the guys approached the kangaroo, letting it know that they meant it no harm or danger. At one point, the animal did begin to tremble, but it was too late. The boys grabbed it from all sides and carried it toward the shore. At that moment, the kangaroo realized that there was no need to worry. The creature was dragged onto dry land, and it stood for a long time, being in real shock. Moreover, the kangaroo even grabbed one of the people by the hand, as if to say thank you for the work done. According to the author of the video, the animal stayed like that for about half an hour before it was able to move and run back to its kangaroo business. 3 bears. There were 3 cubs named Volga, Naya, and Mazek. When they were very young, people disturbed them and their mother. The mother ran away in fright, leaving the cubs all alone. Since they were too young, people decided to take them to a special rescue center. The cubs grew up at the center, receiving proper care and attention. However, it was nothing compared to life in the wild. Therefore, the cubs were systematically prepared for their release into the wild. When they grew strong enough, they were finally taken out into the forest. The video footage shows one of the bears quickly leaving its cage and rushing forward. The other 2 hesitate, fearing that it might be a trap or that they still have a fear of humans because of that incident when they were young. After some time, the second bear follows the first one, and they both leave their cages. The third and last bear takes a long time to decide, but then it takes the first steps towards its native wildlife and freedom. One of the humans knocks lightly on the iron cage to hurry the bear, and it speeds up. It is difficult to imagine what the animals felt at that moment. That's all, guys. Which story touched you the most? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you later.